There we go. What's up, Catfish World? Hope y'all are doing good. I am out fishing, trying to catch fish. My trip is going to get cut short today because I actually had a job come up this afternoon, so I'm actually going to have to go to work. So that's no fun. But I wanted to jump on here, say hey to everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. I'll wait for a few people to get on here. Hopefully somebody's awake this morning. And did a long show last night live with my son, catching some fish. And it was slow bite overall. We spent more time jacking our jaws on YouTube than we did actually fishing. We should have tried a couple of different things, but we were having fun and it was entertaining talking with everybody. So we spent the time doing that. So I think we ended with about 5 or 6 fish. We actually had a couple of fish on once we got ready to go in. So, but I'm out on Lake Wiley. Was anchored up early and right, fishing the other day. I am there. Very cool. Got some people chiming in now. Anchored up for a little bit. Caught 3 or 4 fish, just small, medium-sized fish. So I decided to do some trolling. It's looking like there's some fish in the river channel, so I'm going to try dragging through here, see what's up. I got 4 planer boards out and 2 rods out the back. And just seeing what's going on. Like I said, I got to pull out of here in just a little bit to go work. So, yes, I do work too. I don't fish all the time. Let's see if we get a fish on. Oh, but what I was going to tell you about, I put my address up. It's not in this video yet, but if you look at the live streams from the past few days, I've got my contact information in there. I've got a mailing address, and I've told people before, I said, hey, if you got something you want me to try out, send it to me. I'll give it a try. If I like it, I'll talk about it. If I don't like it, I won't say anything about it, send it back to you, whatever. But if I go buy something and it ain't no good and I use my money to buy it, the world will hear about it. So anyway, that's my offer to anybody out there who has tackle, rods, line, hooks, whatever. So the guys at Hooker's Terminal Tackle, get that to where you can see it. I'm sure most of you have heard of them. Reached out to them. We looked at some stuff and I said, hey, you got some stuff different I can try. I'd be glad to. And they sent me some hooks, sent me some swivels, some normal stuff, which I'll go over the hooks and stuff in another video. But I think the coolest thing they sent are these rattles. Okay. I've used rattles in my drift rigs for a long time, and what they were the worm rattles that bass fishermen use. And I put them inside of the cork, and they rattle, and they're cool, and they work. I know there's some guys that are making some other ones using topwater lures that have rattles in them, and just basically tying it together into a catfish rig. Those work. These, I'll be honest with you, I do not even know how much they cost. But they're really cool. I'm going to get one out of the pack. They slide onto your line. Got a little bitty hole there to go into. Actually, you can't really hear them rattle as much there. My hand damping it down. So I tied up a drift rig I got laying here somewhere. Here we go. My drift rig is, you know, circle hook on one end, which this is one of their circle hooks. Very similar to the Gamakatsu that I used. Remarkably similar. So I'm giving it a shot. I've got one of my corks, 2.5 inch slip cork. Then you got the float. And what I do is I put the float on between the sinker end, which is going to be on the bottom, and where the cork's at. What happens is these things float. So the first thing I did was drop them in the water. They float. It's going to float up here and bump against that plastic stuff there. And it just jingle bells to the catfish. The catfish say to themselves, and I know this because I know catfish, they go, it's Christmas time. Ho-Ho is here, okay? Ho-Ho has showed up with Christmas presents, a bait and shad for us to eat. It's Ho-Ho, Dieter Melhorn Fishing. And Ho-Ho ain't going to take us to a pay lake, and he ain't going to put us in cornmeal overcoats and cook us. Well, this Ho-Ho may eat some of them. But anyway, it makes some noise is the bottom line, guys. And I think it's pretty cool. I like the fact that it floats because it does add some buoyancy to everything. So I'm going to try these things out, see how they work. They're rounded off on the edges so they shouldn't snag. Yeah, give them a shot, see how they work. So like I say, you never know what's going to impress you and what's going to, you know, tickle your fancy. So the like I said, I don't know if they come. I think I got a pack. I've dug my finger just into every pack, and I don't know how many come in a pack. Five in a pack. They got them in different colors too. So if you think color plays a difference, you can get them in different colors. But it's Hooker's Terminal Tackle. I will put a link, just so I don't give you the wrong web address, I will put a link in the description below once this video has been edited, which will be tonight. So what I do is just go back and put up a screen and a title and everything. So yeah, I'll have it in there, and you can reach out to them and see about getting these things. It's pretty cool. They're over in, looks like the Smoky Mountains over eastern Tennessee. I'm going to be in eastern Tennessee at the Bristol race, and when is that? August? I got to go over there and work. So I may come hunt you guys down at Hooker's Terminal Tackle and come say hey to you if I'm over there. I think I've got a day off in between the truck race and some other stuff going on. So yeah, I'll let you know. It'd be cool to meet you. But yeah, cool product. Check them out. That's something you use. Like I said, they've got a bunch of hooks too, which I'll go to in another video in depth a little bit more, because I think one of their hooks is kind of interesting. But yeah, any of you guys that have stuff like that, feel free to send it out. Like I said, if it's something and I get it and it's teetotal junk, you'll never hear about it. But if it's cool, like these rattles are, I think these are really cool. Yeah, you'll hear about it, and I'll use the hound out of them. So yeah, that's kind of what my site's about: educating people, exposing them to different stuff, and yeah. I'd like to expose you to some fish, but the fish chest is not a happening. Like I said, it was a good bite early. I say good bite. I picked off a few in a short amount of time, but I'm going to have to come off the water here shortly. So it's kind of Debbie Downer. And see if I got any comments. I saw some people chiming in. It's so hard to read these things during the day. But could you show more of the rods when the catfish are striking? That's a very good question and a very good point. I know people like to see the rod fall over and all that, but part of the problem with that is I've fished 6 rods and they're spread out around the boat, and it would literally take, it would probably take 2 to 3 cameras rolling continuously to actually capture that. And oh, there's one getting ready to strike, and that would be an insane amount of footage, because you have to ingest if you roll it continuously, it creates a clip. You would have to ingest that clip, which would be hours long, and then you have to wade through the footage to figure out where it's at, and it's a lot of work. Maybe when I'm famous, like Luke from Catfishing Carp, I'll be able to do something like that. Or I can do like some people and fake it. Yes, folks. Some of those catfish strikes are faked. There is a way to do it. There's a way to do it that makes it look really, really cool and really, really legit. And I just refuse to do that. I'm not that gimmicky. I kind of put that up there with putting bikini girls on the boat. Nothing against you girls in bikinis. I've had a few offers for girls that want to do those videos and fish. It's too gimmicky for me. I'm just real, man. I just catch fish, and I don't catch fish. That's what I am. This is a lifestyle for me. Like fishing is just part of my lifestyle. It's not just something I do as a sign. It's just a total lifestyle. So I'm not really into the gimmicky stuff. I don't catch them all the time. I don't like to fake it. I don't like to get people to watch these videos just because of some bikini babe that's out there. You know, it's just me, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to be more gimmicky, but it is what it is. So I still haven't caught a fish, which makes it even worse. But yeah, it's a good point. I'd like, you know, if I happen to get a rod folding over on there, that's cool. And by the way, thank you for watching, and thank you for your comment, and I appreciate you watching in spite of me not showing the strikes on there. So I try to get the shark fishing videos. I usually get them with the line screaming off of them and stuff. But yeah, usually here it's just so tough. Just a quick hello, gotta go, the work thing. Muddy River Catfish going to work. Hey pal, I'm getting ready to go do it too. I gotta go work here in a little bit. Sorry I missed you. But yep, there's a hit on the planer board. Yeah, it's I was telling, I did another live feed earlier, and it's hit or miss fishing right now. You can slay some fish if you're in the right place, and a lot of it seems to be time of day right now. Everything's postponed, but we got a lot of stuff going on. Water's hot. There's you got the postponed stuff going on. There's probably a little bit of a time of day bite going on, especially on some of these high UV days. So it's just kind of tough. It's hit or miss. You can catch fish. You need to get out there and fish if you can. I think low light conditions is probably better fishing, but I may be wrong because I've caught some fish around 11, 12 o'clock that were pretty good. So I don't know. As I always say, fish when you can. Do what you can. Fish when you can. That's when you need to be on the water. Hey, thanks for responding. Keep up the good work. Yeah, man, no problem. Yeah, no, listen, there's a lot of stuff I could do better, do more of, and yeah, this is an evolution. I've been at this really trying to do videos for 6 months. I've had them up before on YouTube under my name, just putting them up mainly so I could link to them and show people, but I've been trying to do good videos now for 6 months, and it's an evolution. If you look back at what I was doing in January and February when I started this and where it's at now, it's a totally different world. My God, can y'all even see me right there? That's a horribly silhouetted shot. There we go, that's better. So yeah, it's an evolution, and it's going to be different a month from now. There's a little bump shot that I'm adding after my intro. It's something very simple. It's going to be a little music bump intro. That's going to be totally different than what's on right now. And, you know, stuff will change, stuff will evolve. Who knows, maybe we'll get to the point where I have GoPro as a sponsor and I can rig a bunch of cameras around here. And I think there may be a way, and I'll have to look at this because you mentioned that. Now you got me thinking. There may be, I know on our professional cameras, I do video production for a living, we have a thing called pre-roll. And basically what that is when you hit record, it records the previous however many seconds you set it for. It could be the previous 30 seconds. And so the camera's on, it's just not recording. And there may be a way to do that with GoPro. I'll take a look at it and see. And that would be a good way to up the game. And some of you techie, there's a 14-year-old out there right now that's watching this video. It's going, yeah, dude, we've been doing that forever. So, but I hadn't figured it out. This old man hadn't figured it out yet. So I'll work on that. Maybe try to get some of these rod strikes and stuff. Because it is cool when the rod folds over and you get a good slamming hit. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, for now, I am going to jump off of here. I'm going to go to work. I appreciate you guys watching, jumping on here while you're at work. Hopefully you won't get fired for anything I say or do on here. So it's a good, clean channel. But be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hit like. Thumbs up, whatever it is there. And after the video's up or in any of the videos, leave any questions you have, man. I love answering the questions, love talking to people, love responding. I've got a pretty good record. I'm in the 90-some% range of responding to people. Dang near 100%. So I try to get back. I won't be able to do that forever when I have, 100,000 people. Probably going to be hard to respond to every comment. But for now, especially the questions, I get a response in there. So appreciate you watching. Hope you learned a little something today, especially about the rattles. You'll see more of them. Guys at Hookers, check them out. I'll put a link down in the description section to their tackle company, and you can check out their stuff. They got some pretty good stuff on there. And hadn't met them yet. I'm going to tell them to hunt them down when I'm out there at the Bristol race and go say hey to them. So anyway, thanks, guys. Keep a lookout tomorrow. I'll have another shark video up. Since it's Shark Week, I'm putting up some of my shark videos that I shot earlier this year. So anyway, that's it for now. Y'all take care.